Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Grand Cat, and of course, that was some soy sauce for Geese, sung by the big old Grand Cat himself. This is our Storm Collectibles King of Fighters 1998 Fatal Fury End Boss Geese Howard. Geese. Yes, I have been very excited for this for a good long while. Of course, the most recent game that he was in, I believe, was, of course, Tekken 8. So, or is it Tekken 7? Now I'm messing up my Tekkens. But, yes, let us jump right into him. I'm very, very excited for this. He is in a ginormous box. He came in this bubble wrap, so we're going to be opening it right from the get-go, right in front of all of you. Now, is this self-taped? It is indeed. So you have to just remove this. There we go. And now we can actually finally get a look at our brand new Geese Howard. Of course, Geese Howard was the end boss of the first Fatal Fury game because he killed Terry's father. Yes, it was Terry and Andy Bogart's father. They both trained in the same dojo, and Geese Howard ended up running essentially a mafia. And of course, being an incredible fighter, as all SNK bosses are, making him extremely difficult. He does canonically actually die in the end of Fatal Fury 1, when he is thrown off the balcony by Terry Bogart, and Terry Bogart grabs his hand, and Geese refuses to be saved by him and lets go and lets himself fall to the ground. And then in later games, Geese kind of comes back as a kind of nightmare, and there's a kind of sort of zombie version of him in some of the King of Fury games, or the King of Fighters games. But of course, it's his son that really kind of takes over his legacy, who is not out yet, so why even bother discussing him? But this is the original. This is big old Geese Howard, one of the hardest characters to play as in any fighting game that I have had the unfortunate ability to try and learn. But I do absolutely love him, and there you can see him with some of his very, very cool. He's got all the scars across the back and everything. And he is his Reppuken in Double Reppuken and Raging Storm. Also, look at that health bar. Oh my god, that's so much health. How are you going to defeat that? Oh my god, I love Geese Howard. Oh my god, I've just noticed this chain. I wonder if that's an actual chain. It comes with 4 different heads. It comes with the Raging Storm. It comes with the Reppuken. It looks like he comes with the removable shirt as well. I haven't even looked into him yet. This is how excited I am. I wanted to keep it all a secret for myself until I actually got my hands on it. There is the sides. There is the lovely artwork of Geese Howard. The other side is, of course, the same artwork, just with a slightly different background. But let's jump right into this. Oh, I am excited. Let's have a little bit of tape here at the top. So, you never trust the others. Cut that open. This is, of course, brand new and is only just came out. Unfortunately, these videos are staggered and released, so probably a couple of weeks before you guys actually get to see this. But I'm very, very excited to be opening it right here and right now. Oh my goodness, he comes with a lot of accessories. And the background. Oh, let's take a look at this. This is... I think this is Geese's stage from... I think this might be Geese's stage from King of Fighters, not Fatal Fury. Which of course makes sense because this is the King of Fighters 98. Oh my goodness, it comes with an instruction manual. That is so rare to see. Well, let's take a look at the instruction manual. Ah, right, okay, it tells you how to... Oh, so you clip the Raging Storm parts together? and the entire torso is removable and switchable for when he takes the shirt part down. That's very cool, actually. I'm sure it's got a name. It's something like Saitama, Gaitama, or something like that. Something like that. I'm sure that because this is a gi, this thing that Geese Howard wears. Geese Howard wears. Oh my goodness. Because of course he is very, very proud of his martial arts capabilities, as well he should, because he is a goddamn nightmare to fight. Whether you played Fatal Fury or King of Fighters in the arcades, whether you played it on the Mega Drive, the SNES, on the PlayStation, or on PC or consoles or whatever, and there was not any version that Geese was easy to defeat. Not in my opinion. Not any versions that I ever found anyway. So, if you guys can absolutely just wreck Geese... Well, actually, the easiest Geese probably is in Tekken. Because I don't have much problem beating them in Tekken. It's just everywhere else. So, let's take a look. Let's look at the accessories first, shall we? Before we jump into the figure. So, this is exactly how it all appears. Oh my goodness, his hands are falling out of the box, of the packaging there. For anyone that is new to the channel, first off, welcome, hello. I do the unboxings from the very beginning straight through to the very end with no jump cuts in between, so you get to see exactly how this all looks coming out of the box. Now we're going to lower the camera just a little bit now, so that we can actually see some of this. So this is the accessories it comes with. So this is what starts off as Reppuken and evolves into Raging Storm. So, of course, those are his two major big projectiles. Oh my goodness, it looks amazing. Let's just take out the pieces of this. This is I was never one for building Lego, but this is this is what I imagine it is equivalent to. I'm having all of these different pieces. Okay, we have got all the pieces out. We're going to close this up. One of the things is the King of Fighters series is amazing for its accessories. Okay, so this part here, I can see that there's little clips. I don't know at what point these jump into each other. Oh! So does it go like that? Is there a specific way to doing this? I do not want to damage my Reppuken / Raging Storms. But it seems here that if you look, this part here is hollow, and I presume that there is one of these big spikes that this will fit into, and when it all fits together, you're going to have yourself a wonderful big old Raging Storm. So it's just a case of finding the correct ones to slide in. I think that one is correct. That seems to slide in together pretty well there. What is our next one? Just looking at all of these different pieces here. Ah, right, okay, so this is a big one. So do you go in there? No, that does not seem to work. Not there either. Is it that? Ah, right, okay. Well, that seems to fit. Oh my goodness, this is the equivalent of watching a monkey trying to learn how to drive. Actually, that seems a bit loose, so maybe that is incorrect. Maybe, hang on. Does this attach to here? It does. Okay, well then I think we might be getting somewhere. So if that attaches to that, and that attaches to that, and that attaches to that, then presumably this attaches to this, and that is roughly what the Raging Storm is going to look like. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. It's interesting the way that it all... Oh my goodness, the Raging Storm has even destroyed the back of our arena here. Oh my goodness, you know what? That is just going to stay there. That can that can remain wrecked by the Raging Storm. That's a new one. I haven't seen that happen in these reviews before. But yeah, there we go. That is really very, very cool. Okay, let's move the Raging Storm off to the side. As awesome as it is, we need to look at the figure. So, Raging Storm takes up a lot of space too. So, that is something you guys are going to have to be aware of, because, you know, the space is always an issue when it comes to these sort of things. My goodness, you guys are getting to see the sides of my backdrop here. Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way. And there we go. Let's get back into the figure, of course. And let's take a look at big old Geese. Howard? Geese, as Teddy Bogart would say. Are you okay? Okay. Fast. Ooh. I really do love the original King of Fighters. I'm fairly sure that the guy that was the voice of Teddy Bogart did not speak English, and yet he was supposed to be an American. So that always gave me a little bit of a chuckle when you... Oh my goodness, there's a chain in here. There he is. There's the chain. It's an actual chain. Oh, it's made of metal and everything. Oh, we're going to be... That is exciting. That is exciting for me to see. So this is our figure of Geese. He looks very, very awesome. Let's take a look at the rest of the accessories before we jump right into the rest of this. Very excited about the chain. So, let's see here. What do we have? We have 3 alternate heads. Each one looking more like M&M than the last. There is our happy Geese. Very, very excited. Oh, yes. Super happy Geese Howard. We have a sort of angry, kind of grinning, teeth-bared Geese Howard. And then we have our smirking Cody Rhodes-esque Geese Howard as well. Of course, each one all comes with the slicked back hair. I wonder if we will get an alternate version of this from... Was it Art of Fighting, where you got to fight against young Geese Howard, where he was wearing the suit? Because that was an incredibly difficult boss fight, to say the least. This is, of course, the shirt coming out. Oh, it's got a mark on it. Oh, no. Hopefully that's cleanable, and that isn't part of that, because I would prefer to pose my Geese Howard with the shirt down rather than with the shirt on, because I think it would look cooler. He does come with the 2 alternate arms. The reason he comes with the 2 alternate arms is because the shirt is actually moulded on to the arms here. So we're going to have to swap out the arms with these ones. Well, you can actually see the scars on this and everything. This is really, really awesome. I love when they do all the special stuff with this. I'm hoping it's a little bit easier to do than Orochi, because oh my goodness, that was a nightmare. These 2 parts here are for the butterfly wing joints, which we'll need to stick on with the arms. And then he has 3 alternate pairs of hands, 6 additional hands in total. So we have this open hand palm. I think that's for when he starts Raging Storm. We have a sort of gripping hand. Is this maybe supposed to be part of Reppuken? I'm unsure. Oh no, wait, no, the hands were actually the wrong way around. It's because they fell off here. We looked at that hand a little bit early. Yes, okay, so these 2 hands up like this, is definitely the starting point for Raging Storm, when he has his hands spread and he concentrates all of his key energy into performing big old giant Raging Storm. These two hands are the next ones up, where they're kind of gripping. He's got the pinky kind of closed in there. It's kind of like this is the kind of look of it. So, interesting pose. He of course comes with clenched fists, which we'll take a look at a little bit later. And then these are sort of your generic tiger grip palms that a lot of the Storm collectible figures like to come with. So, very interesting. And that is all of our accessories. So now that we've looked at all the accessories, now we actually get to play about with our figure and see what it is that we can do and what we can't do, more specifically. So, let's take a quick look at Geese himself. So this is the standard head that comes with, which is of course very generic style, very generic state. Also, I love how much this looks like Geese, you know, like you wouldn't mistake this for another character, which is very, very awesome to do. This is the arms. It has the double bicep. Of course, you actually can see there is model of the arm underneath the sleeve here, but this part here is actually molded in. So this is very cool. This is sort of like phase 1 of Geese, and then you get phase 2 where he removes the shirt and goes into the proper version. Of course, very, very proud of his black belt. If only I could remember what the trousers are called. It's like the trousers are also a rank in this martial art. I want to say it's. I can't even remember the karate. It's not. I don't think it's karate. Haitamas. Oh, you guys are going to have to let me know in the comment section below because I have entirely forgotten. So how far can these spread? Oh. Yep, we can go into. Whoa. We can go into a full set of splits. Don't worry, folks. This is supposed to happen. I mean, that isn't supposed to happen. So just be aware of that. But don't worry, the top is removable, and we will have to do that again a little bit later on. But oh, that was a little bit scary there, wasn't it, folks? We have our double knee joint. At least it should be. It's a very stiff double knee joint. You can actually hear the squeaking involved. And it's the same on that side. It does have a lot of flexibility considering how massive these are. He's also got the little traditional martial arts socks. There is a toe pivot in here, but trying to get to this without... It does move. It's just very, very stiff. There we go. There you can see a bit of the toe pivot there. And the ankle does move back and forth, move side to side. And you have a little tiny bit of rotation to angle in the sides. So, he's quite a thick figure, THICC. Let's just move the camera down just a little bit so that we can now see everything. So, very, very cool to see indeed. So now what we're going to do is... This is a little bit of Chris Jericho there, by accident. I just realised that was what I was going for. So the legs are very thick and the feet are angled sort of to the front. So it might take a little bit of manipulation, not an awful lot of manipulation, but a little bit just to get him into the particular poses that you want him to be into. Let's try going for like a basic side kick here. See just how easy this is, because the thing is, like, the legs have a lot of weight in them, so how easily does this stand? Not very is the answer. What if we tilt the leg in a bit? That's a real tough ask, I would say. Okay, the legs really throw the balance off quite a bit, so getting your poses in there with Geese may be a little bit more tricky than it is with other figures. Still, regardless, looks amazing. Right, so the next thing I want to do is to swap this body, or to swap this shirt with the non-shirt version. So what we're going to do is we are going to... Whew, Jesus. You know what, this figure just keeps scaring me. It's full of jump scares. So we're going to take the body off. We're going to remove your arms. So you can see here, there's our butterfly joint in the side, which of course is white to go with the shirt. We're going to just pop that off. We're going to take off the shirt as well. I don't know if it actually opens here at the bottom, but I'm not going to risk pulling it just in case it does not. So we are going to just remove Geese here, and oh my goodness, look at that amazing X scar on the back. Very, very cool to see. So the next part is we need to remove this part here. So this part here is your butterfly wing, and we're going to replace it with the same part on the opposite side. So you can see here, there is a part on the inside, and that is what it should look like on the outside. Now I'm hoping that this is the correct one. Yeah, this one's got an R on it, which would be right, which would be the right-hand side, which would be here. So this one must be the left, which goes on this side. So that is correct. Of course, this is our right arm. So we are now going to try and click this in. Oh, it went in fairly easily. I was expecting it to put up a lot more struggle. So we remove that one. We put in the next part. You just want to line it up so that it looks what you think is correct. Generally, these parts shouldn't be seen, so it shouldn't be that much of a worry. If it is not, this part here looks good, because that's what it's supposed to look like. This one here, I think I've maybe got it in just a little bit too much, or a little bit... It's supposed to be up just a little bit. Hang on, I'm going to take this part off. We're just going to look at this again here. So I think it's maybe like that. That looks more correct, because I don't want to go giving you guys any bad advice. Oh no, it seems that side does just stick in a bit more than what the other side does. Okay. Again, I mean, a lot of this is playing around and things, but there you go. That is very, very cool. There is our upper body of Geese, which is very, very nice to see. Looks very, very awesome. And of course, the lower half of the shirt is going to equip to here. I'm going to have to try and clean this little bit off. a little bit later on, but I'll do that off camera rather than wasting your guys' time. And there we have our geese, and you know what? Let's put on the Raging Storm hands. And where's our other Raging Storm hand? That's a very good question. Where is our other Raging Storm hand? Did it fly off when... Oh, it did. It's in the back here. There we are. Whew. This is a little bit worrying. For half a second, thought I had lost a hand. There's always something really menacing when you've got a martial arts master that has, you know, open hands like this. It always looks really menacing, you know, when they are, you know, when they don't have to have their fists clenched. You know, it looks like, oh, this guy, you know, it looks like he is menacing. It looks like he knows what he is doing. You know, that's the way that I've always considered it as well. So yeah, there we go. There is our Geese Howard. He looks really very, very cool. Can we do a more kind of relaxed kind of look? We need to get the wrists to the correct point as well. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. Right, so let's move all of our accessories of the shirt off to the side, which is really, really cool. We're going to move that off here. We're going to move off the alternate hands as well. Oh, we have the chain. I forgot. I was so excited about the chain and then forgot to add it on. So let me just show that off to you guys. Like, look at how awesome that is. Let's drape that over. Oh my goodness, that is so perfect. Okay, we're going to have to rotate the camera up just a little bit. Let's swap out the generic head geese as well, for no other reason than to show you what the different head swappings look like. We'll put in the grinning head geese, which is a little bit stiff, but there we are. Yeah, it reminds me a bit of Brian Fury from Tekken as well, of course. Actually, for half a second there, I forgot what series Brian Fury was from. Don't let anyone on YouTube know. And, well, let us set up. Well, first of all, first thing we're going to set up is... if we do this, if we lean in tiny bit, something like this, we have the hand up like so, and the second hand back, flexing a little bit. So showing off a little bit of photography. Not doing it very well. We need to get him to lean in just a little bit there. And if we take the big one, then... oh, there we go. Reppuken. In fact, actually, swap that out for this one. And double Reppuken. That looks pretty awesome, to say the least. I am very, very pleased with that. But let's go into the big one, shall we? So you all know how it looks. We have to stand the feet apart. We have to have the head up. We need to have the hands crossed. If we even can do that. Oh, it's a little bit tough. It's going to be fighting me on this one. But if we bring the arms in, if we rotate the biceps, we have sort of got it. There is our starting point for raging. And we're going to have to drop down for this. In fact, actually, can we do it like this, perhaps? Bring the whole body down. This is going to be a tricky one to do. We're not going to be able to get the arms to cross over, I don't think, but we can do something like that. And there, that is close enough to go into the raging storm. Oh my goodness. That is parts of Raging Storm falling off, just off screen. Nothing that you guys need to worry about. I have it all under control, is what I keep telling myself. That part's going to have to come around a bit like that, and this part here should connect into there. Oh my goodness, we almost had it. We shall almost have it again. If we can just get everything to all connect to the parts that they are supposed to. If we can get Geese to stand in the middle of this, then there we are. There is the Raging Storm. That is really, really very, very cool. I am thoroughly pleased with that. That looks really, really awesome. So yeah, I was just checking the back of the box to see if there's any other cool poses, but no, we've done Raging Storm, we've done Reppuken. I'm not going to do Neo Deadly Rave. That seems a bit impossible. But yeah, I think this is amazing. I am very, very pleased with my big old happy Geese Howard. Let me just... Finding space for the Raging Storm is going to be the major problem. I feel like I'm unfortunately not going to be able to display the Raging Storm because, well, as you all know, space is an issue when it comes to collections. Oh, I have done the wrong hand, I have realised. It should be something along the lines of something a bit like that there. That looks like a pretty cool Geese Howard pose. It would be nicer if the feet could actually move back and forward from this part here and it wasn't just ankle pivot. That would be nicer for getting around a lot of balance issues when it comes to the posing of these guys. Chain there, because I feel like one foot always has to be kind of just a little bit further back. Also, I don't really want the hand as open as that, so we're going to use a bit more of a almost as if he is enraged. I'm going to use our tie grip pan here, because I think that is going to look a little bit better, a little bit more like he is clenching his fist, or in preparation to clench his fist. In terms of that, yeah, I think that looks a little bit cooler. Yeah, I think that is how I'm going to leave my Geese Howard posed. I was just looking through a couple of the other faces to see if there's any other heads that I think would be better, but I think nope, that is what I'm going to go with. Unfortunately, a couple of little black marks here, a little black mark there, a little black mark on the front bit there as well. But I do really love the look of the sea, even with the sleeves that come down there. I think that is really, really cool. It's a really, really nice detail that they've added in. So let's do a little bit of a comparison review with some of the other figures, some of the other ones that you might want to use from your series. So of course, Geese is from King of Fighters as well, and we can't mention King of Fighters without the King of Fighter himself, Rugal Bernstein, who is just a little bit more massive than what Geese is. You can see there that he is also doing his grip of power imaging. And of course, as mentioned, your Geese Howard has most recently shown up in Tekken 8. So there he is, next to Kazuya Mishima, who was my very, very first Storm Collectible figure. So shout outs to the original one, the one that got me started in this entire collection. Next up, let's move Rugal out of the way, and we can do a little comparison with Street Fighter, because of course Akuma also comes in to the latest Tekken game, and you can see there that is what he will look like. So really scales up really nicely with a lot of the rest of these figures. But of course, let's look at our most recent one, who he has not changed his position since I did the review of him. And of course he needs his own space because he is absolutely Masai. Of course, we are talking about Orochi. And you can see there that Orochi is still just as massive as ever, refusing to fit on camera. As per usual. So let me just zoom the camera up a little bit. You can see that Orochi is just a tiny bit taller than big old Geese. But that is the way that I display my Orochi, with his gigantic, huge flame that he comes with. And of course, the last thing that we do on these videos is just to give you guys a complete show off, is we have our little rotation gimmick to do a full 360 of our wonderful boy Geese Howard. And there we are, folks. That is going to be it for this little video. Let me just centralise that up just a little bit. There we go. And you can see, so this is a really, really cool model. Big fan of Geese. All the way back in the Fatal Fury days, King of Fighter days, straight up to his, current iteration. I think it would be very cool if they released a Nightmare Geese at some point in the future. I don't know how they would, if they would just be the exact same Geese Howard figure but just with a skin repaint, or if they could do anything cool with it. But it is really, really nice. Of course, you guys know that I love my fighting games, so this is a really, really cool one to go for. And I think, possibly, not a guarantee, but potentially, the next unboxing review, I don't normally do this, I don't normally give away a teaser, but I think the next review, we shall show off Geese Howard's arch rival, Terry Bogard. Yes, I have got myself a King of Fighters 98 Terry Bogard. I've had it for a number of years now, and have just not got around to doing the unboxing video of them. But I think now would be an excellent time to do so, now with the release of big old Geese Howard. Of course, my Teddy Bogart is second hand. Unfortunately, I could not find him brand new anywhere, and he is a little bit pricey nowadays because he is an old Storm Collectibles figure. So I'm just going to have to hope that everything is all in there and everything all works. But there we are, folks. That is our Geese Howard. I am very, very happy with him, as you can tell. We are losing a little bit of sunlight here in the Grand Cat's hometown of Scotland. But I think maybe I've got enough time to do one more unboxing in this series of unboxings that I am doing as of right now. So, if you enjoy this, you'd remember we do have an entire playlist of just Storm Collectibles unboxings where you can see all of our high-grade, high-end figures that are all very, very cool, ranging from Tekken to Street Fighter to Mortal Kombat to King of Fighters, so on and so forth. All of the great Storm Collectible stuff out there that I have done unboxings of, including a couple of DC, including Darkseid and such. So, a couple of those, very cool as well. But if you want to see that, all you have to do is just click about here, then you'll click on the Grand Cat's name, and then if you go into playlists, you'll see Storm Collectibles. You can also take a look at just the unboxing videos, or if you enjoy any of the computer games or the mobile games that we do, sometimes I even do some watching some wrestling or doing some pay-per-view prediction videos. If you want to see any of that, then do stay tuned for this channel. But regardless, if you enjoyed this little video, folks, please give me a like, share and subscribe, and if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.